Welcome to Uping stock trend prediction. In this video, I will talk about the trend prediction for the HD Home Depot stock, and also I will analyze what happened during the last 2 weeks in Uping video number 51, uploaded to YouTube on December 18th. That's exactly 2 weeks ago. On December 18th, in video number 51, I explained it's kind of get ready to buy Home Depot HD stock, because I predicted also sensed there's a very high probability and opportunity to rebound for the HD stock. So at that time, because I didn't have time to make videos during the week, so I made a video on December 18th. So at that day, so this is a HD weekly chart, and this is a HD daily chart. So 2 weeks ago, so that's this day, December 18th. So the closing price on Friday is at this time, at this range. So because I know in early of the week in the coming week following December 18th, it still have some kind of a decreasing momentum. So this will have some kind of a decreasing momentum. But since I didn't have time to make videos during the week, so I made a video on Saturday. So uploaded to YouTube on December 18th. So at that day, I already sensed that at that time, it's already at the low price region of the week or monthly. So I sensed that there's a high probability for HD to get a rebound, to increase. So that's why I made that video and said it's get ready to buy this Home Depot stock, but in early week it may still have some kind of a decreasing momentum. So you see on Monday, December 20th, it dropped, it went open at this, and then it dropped to this low value, and you see this is a special dot. So it reaches this dot, it is exactly touches this and then start to rebound. And then it started to rebound, and on Tuesday, it has some kind of upside down. It dropped to this low value, but it's still continued to increase. So during the past 2 weeks, it continuously to increase the price until the last Friday. It continuously increased from this value. If you pay attention to my video in Uping video number 51, and if, for example, if you know this kind of decreasing momentum in early week, and then if you notice that and purchase this stock at this price, and then sell it the stock at this price, the total difference between this value 381 and this high value of 416.7, so the total difference is $37. For example, if you buy 100 shares, that means you will gain $3,700 just during 2 weeks. So for this minimum value of $381, that exactly is exactly the same, almost like a $2 difference from what I predict in video number 51. Because in video number 51, I predicted in the next week, in the coming week, so the low value is $383.4. So it's just a $2.4 difference from the actual value, between the actual value and the predicted value. And then in video number 51, I also mentioned that in the coming week, it could go to $400 of the maximum price during that week. And In video number 51, I also showed the monthly chart for HD. So this is the HD monthly chart. So when I showed the HD monthly chart in video number 51, at that time, there's no data for the last 2 weeks received yet. So at that time, in video number 51, there's a big cap for this yellow trend line at the top of trend line. So at that time, on Friday of December, something like the Friday before December 18th, so the stock price for HD is around this region, around this point, is about $389. So at that time, there's a big cap for the prediction, and I also mentioned for the this month, because the December at that time is in the middle of December. So for the monthly high, I put the cursor, put the mouse around this point. If you go to that video, you can see around the location I pointed the mouse or cursor. It's about $400, $400.6. So I didn't exactly read that number, but I put the cursor and the mouse around that area, and I said it could go up to that point for the monthly chart. And you see for the actual, the maximum price of the HD, it reaches around this point. This point is about 400. I read it from another point, is about $399.9 or 400.2, something like that. So it's about just $2 of a difference between the predicted value and estimated value and the actual value. It's just a very small difference, and also the trend is also consistent. So many people will be interested in what will happen in the next week, coming week, the first week of 2022. So based on this is a daily chart for prediction model, and early next week it still have the increasing momentum. And so that means the stock price still have a kind of increasing trend. But and this weekly chart is also shows the increasing trend. But since this kind of the stock price already reaches at a relatively high price region, so it will have some kind of big fluctuation. And so for the next week, for the coming week, so the weekly chart and the maximum value, maximum price is about $429.7, but it will have a kind of a big fluctuation. It may fluctuate down to this value, 404.4, but it may still also drop a little bit more around this region. So the fluctuation region will be in this region. So it's about 404.6 up to 429.7. But there's a possibility it may still drop down to this region, between the 404 and 389, because right now it's already shows some kind of a decreasing trend. But since next week is the first week of the new year, so many people are excited. So the price will still have the kind of increasing trend, but you need to be cautious about at any time it may have some kind of a decreasing trend. It may have some kind of a transition, because right now it already increased during the past 2 weeks. So if you have more interest in this kind of analysis or prediction, you can just subscribe Uping stock trend prediction channel, or search more video in YouTube.